Good morning, everyone. It's Blue, and we are back with another video. This one's going to be really quick. We're just going to go through some of the feral changes that are showing up that they're in patch 8.2 or in the future, what we expect to see out of feral in the future. So this first one, I'm going to just show you on Wowhead of all these things that are showing. So the first one, upcoming changes in next week's patch 8.2, Rise of Ashara, PTR. So they're changing Druid tanking, Demon Hunter tanking. I've looked through some of the Druid tanking, not a lot of big stuff here. So I'll go over that as well. But what's really changing for us, Soothe, Remove Corruption, Moonfire, and Rebirth are no longer castable in cat or bear form by default. So what are they doing? Well, Feral Druids now have a passive ability learned or whatever that at level 22 that allows us to use Remove Corruption and Soothe to be in cat form. Okay, Moonfire, that's probably spec'd into that we learned that. Now, they didn't say anything about Rebirth, so I'm kind of I think we get out of it right now for cat, or we stay, no wait, I believe we stay in cat form right now to Rebirth. I'll have to double check. I believe we still do. So that's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience, a second global that we have to press. But most likely when we do Rebirth is Feral. I feel like when I do it, I kind of have to run out of the mobs and do it anyways in Mythic Pluses because I don't want to get hit by anything. In Raids, probably because they're a little bit further away. And then, and that's if you don't even have a healer or anybody else that can Rebirth for you. So sometimes we do it. So that's kind of a little bit inconvenience if that's the way it is. If that's the way it is now. But it might, I don't know. We'll just check. Okay, so we'll go over the Guardians. So Guardians are also learning a spell that's teaching them a level 10 to Soothe, Remove Corruption, and Moonfire, and Rebirth to be cast in bear form. Okay. Little developer's note there. You can read that. Pause the video if you'd like. Now, what are the differences for Feral? Feral needs some, or not Feral, Guardian needs some help. So Ironfern and Maul cost 5 less rage. Okay, it's nice. Mangle now generates 10 rage when it was 8. Okay, so they're saying how Ironfern, developers know how Ironfern, they want it to be 100% uptime, maybe even more. But with the way it is with the current rage, sometimes it's kind of a little bit difficult to do. Shifting to bear form now gives 25 rage and not 20. So they want to do this to help you get to that initial iron for faster. And Mangle and Thrash's direct damage is increased by 15%. This is really fun for those that run the Incarnation. I actually run Incarnation on my bear. I don't bear a lot, but I actually run Incarnation, so I like it. So Thrash is gonna make that Incarnation build to just do so much more damage. Okay, so that's it. A little bit of nerf to the Rogue, to the Prot Warrior. Now something else, you guys, this is really cool. This is a different page right here. If you guys can, go ahead and leave a comment. Find this page. So it says Mythic Plus changes coming in Rise of Ashara, highlights from a stream that they did. Okay. So here's the stream if you can watch it. I didn't watch it myself. I heard it was pretty good though. So Mythic Plus changes, they go over a few of the changes, but the ones I'm most interested in is at the very bottom. It says Blizzard is aware of the problem of having only demon hunters give magic damage and monks give physical damage. They want to be giving, or oh my goodness. They want to fix it by giving other classes other interesting buffs, but not the same for multiple classes. Okay? So they're going to give specific classes certain buffs. That works really good for us, you guys. So I left a comment last night. Where am I? Blue Closet Gamer. I said, really hoping for a buff that Feral Druids can bring to raid or dungeon parties. Feel like some kind of buff would make a nice change to try and help Feral come back into the community. We already know you guys play Feral. We're kind of struggling community-wise. Currently, if we ever get a dungeon or raid invite, we have to cross our fingers that they accept us as Feral, knowing very well the only reason we were invited to the group is because they needed a balanced druid. So a buff definitely for Feral would help. Even a small buff, I'm thinking like even like a small crit, like a 1% crit. That's cool. That's gonna help our party. You know, a raid. That's 20 extra percent people didn't have. Or I was even thinking like maybe a small speed increase, like a 1% speed increase. That would be sick for Mythic Plus. Maybe not so much for raids. It wouldn't matter too much for raids. But that's just something that I feel like it's insignificant, but it's something that Ferals brings. So this is up on the table right now, you guys. They're thinking about giving some classes, some specs, some buffs. So if you guys could go ahead on this certain page, comment to mine or leave some comments. Let's fill up the page. Let's get a few more pages here. It looks like there's only 3 pages of comments. Let's get a few more. See if we can get noticed. See if we can, at least get them to read and, to like, oh yeah, you know what, Feral is kind of in an iffy spot. We are performing really well, but we still have that stigma. Nobody wants to bring us, So maybe this is an excuse for us to get an extra buff. Let's definitely try it, you guys. Hopefully we can get it. I'll definitely be keeping an update on the PTR patches. Maybe I'll be playing PTR myself, but we'll see. So go ahead, log on here, leave a comment. Let's get some changes. But that's it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Peace.